Back with another episode on that 2K boy. Today we got the Warriors versus the Utah Jazz. If you like, subscribe, and enjoy.
With the singing of tonight's national anthem. Welcome to 2K Sports, everyone. We have some exciting NBA action coming up with two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill. I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Here are the starters for Utah. Jaren Jackson out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then there's Keyonte George, and it's Peterson in at the shooting guard position. And for the Warriors, Curry and Paz make up the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Porzingis in at the 5, roaming the paint. We should see some great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side. They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this. Now here's George. Jackson with a screen on Curry. Just 4 to shoot. And he can't jam it through. Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight. No good with the triple.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
George feels it out of it. And that's good. His first bucket of the game. And he's a crafty scorer for a young player. George is always going to find the gaps in the defense. To the paint. Outside Podziemski. Lets the 3 fly. Drains the triple. He's consistent from out there. Especially when you give him that kind of move. And keeping us updated from the sideline. Allie LaForce.
Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with it. They were consistent with Jaren Jackson Jr. on both ends of the floor. Coach saying defensively, Triple J covers so much space, a blocking machine. And on the other side of the ball, Jaren has serious skill for a man of his size. He's a tough game for us. Jaren Jackson Jr. two-way minutes. Brian.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Now here's Jackson. There's the drive. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. Yeah, that's how Jackson's most effective, playing aggressive around the basket. Here's Curry. And they're going to count that bucket. And they'll send it to the line. It could be a 3-point play. I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know this guy goes on. Their chances of winning rise exponentially.
At the line for one, Stephen Curry.
Let's start. That one misses for Curry. And Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise. Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times. Curry's shot is off. You got to move past that one. I mean, they wanted to take that again.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Here's Bailey. Pass to Markkanen. Jackson with a screen on Green. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
Basketball.
Golden State has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. The 3 from Curry. Utah with the rebound. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Finds Jackson from the elbow. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Jackson's got 6. Flashing the in-between game. Nice. I mean, Jackson is more than capable of draining this when given the chance. And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. outside Butler. Pulls it from the top of the key. And the Warriors miss again.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from. You want to command the defender's respect.
The Warriors have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Left side Porzingis. Pulls it from the corner. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
They can see Jimmy Butler moving without the basketball, getting into his shot window, and that's a nice catch and shoot.
And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That's his first foul. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Kicks it out to Jackson. And a miss there on the triple. The Warriors have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Shoots over George. And a basket by Curry. He's got 7.
There's just a nuance and an understanding to what Steph Curry does. How good is this guy at finding the spot he's looking for?
Peterson. And it's all from 3-point range.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Pass to Green. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by George. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Jazz. They trail by 1. The Jazz again can't hit. The Warriors have gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. Markkanen with it. Jackson outside. Jackson the screen. George outside. Clock at 6. Here's Bailey. Butler covering. He gets it in there. Neither side willing to relent.
That's led to 8 lead changes and a bunch of drama already.
Green for 3. Fires it in the triple.
Another lead change. Give these teams credit. They're really fighting it out.
Neither team willing to give it in, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
And you have to admire the size and strength of Jackson Jr. Just fantastic work establishing himself inside and slamming it down.
Here's Bailey. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Taking people to school with moves like that.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He wants to give him a breather. Talk things over. Sensaballs checked in for Bailey. The Warriors trailing. Butler into the lane. And it's Butler with the jam.
What a crafty drive by Jimmy Butler, mixing speeds, getting where he wants to be on the floor.
And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Utah has gone 1 of 4 from deep. And Markkanen with the stuff.
Yeah, Markkanen, a big-time athlete. Set that lob up in the air and he'll finish.
Here's Potemski. Off the mark there with a 3.
Well, so much can be said about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s versatility. I like to praise his team-first mindset. If the dirty work needs doing, he's got it. As long as it helps his team get the win.
Now here's Curry. 7 points in the game. It's a 3-pointer.
Not give Curry an inch. This guy is relentless when he's behind the arc.
Here's Peterson. No points yet. Pass to Jackson. Over Porzingis. That's 10. Tries again. Peterson. That was good.
Nice one.
And the Jazz lead by 1. Oh, man, this has been an absolute battle in the first half.
Each team trying to establish itself. The league just keeps going back and forth.
Curry, no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. BA, the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. That one goes in.
Very difficult to keep the ball out of Stephen Curry's hands because of all his movement. He can shoot from anywhere, and right now the defense has no answer.
Ooh, too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Jazz.
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
And their assist total, also impressive early. With the pass and playing for teammates.
Santos is checked in for the Warriors. And Utah with a change here, too. Collier, he's checked in for Peterson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
But the execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play. Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense on balance.
Here's Markkanen, and the layup is good off the glass. Markkanen's got 5 now.
Boy, Markkanen uses his size to great effect down low.
And here's Majewski. Outside Butler, fires from deep, and the Warriors with another 3.
Wow, you don't see Jimmy Butler go to the three-point opportunity that often, but knocks down a big-time shot there.
George outside. Markkanen outside. And he can't answer that. Three-pointer offline. Well, the Warriors shooting 55%. An ideal start so far. Butler, good.
Explosive high. Jimmy Butler, defender draped all over him. Forget about it.
Here's Collier. Still without a bucket. Jackson for 3. And that basket makes him 6 for 11. Shooting a good percentage.
And both teams already firing on all cylinders.
Now, this is already a high-scoring game, but we knew that was a possibility coming into this one.
Grant, when you look at Draymond Green's career, you think he's going to the Hall of Fame?
You know, B.A., I believe so. He's won multiple titles, and we know how impactful he has been as a defender and distributor especially. I think we'll see him in Springfield one day.
Nurkic just checked in for Utah. Peterson comes in for George.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Pass to Nurkic. Here's Collier. Melton covers. To the right side. Peterson. Another 3 for Utah.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
On the way. Melton misses. Utah has gone 3 of 7 from beyond the arc in the first. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Three-pointer, no good. Here's Golden State. They trail by 1. Pass to Santos. No good from outside.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets a whistle there. Grant, a big reason for Utah to be excited about the future. Their young head coach, Will Hardy.
Yeah. I mean, he's had this team competitive after trading away both Mitchell and Gobert. And I love how Hardy has developed guys like Lauri Markkanen.
And the Warriors making a switch here. Warford's checked in. And Utah with a change here, too. Hayes is checked in. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Brian, the Warriors play a unique style predicated on passing and cutting off the ball. Stephen Curry said the main goal is to just force the defense to make as many decisions as he can. So with all that ball movement and body movement, they're going to mess up at some point. Brian?
Well, it helps having a weapon like Stephen Curry. Thanks, Allie. Moody, good.
And talk about payback. He hits the revenge triple.
Oh, you love to see the competitive fire, a little bit of pride at stake.
He slams it home and gets some extra camera time chilling on the rim.
Yeah, he did spend a little time up there, didn't he? Pass to Santos. Up top, Moody. Releases. And he gets it to go. Hitting off the back of the rim. Moody's got 5. Here's Peterson. Jacks up a 3. Doesn't go that time. It's all about Jaren Jackson for Utah. His fingerprints were all over that quarter. 13 points, leading the charge. We'll be right back after this word. This has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And from what we've seen from the Jazz, what's your take so far?
Well, they came out with a physical presence and made rebounding a priority.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
And Curry's got the ball here for Golden State. Trailing by 2. On the floor for Utah, getting going in the second. They've got Jackson Hayes, also Yusuf Nurkic out there, and it's Peterson. And it's good for 2. Sensabal's got it, first 2 points.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Here's Curry for 3. That's a 6-make-it 11 try.
Curry knows what his team is doing to set him up. In that instance, just get him the ball in the catch-and-shoot game.
Down low, Nurkic. Ooh, good finish in the rack off a slick feed.
There is an imagination of creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Curry from inside.
How good are the ankles of Stephen Curry? Well, they open the doors early so people can get a look at it. Woo-hoo, that's nice.
Hayes with a screen. Pass to Nurkic.
Nice one.
To the left wing.
I'll
Puts
give
up
him
a
a second
3.
one.
They shoot again. Even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't take the lid off. Here's Curry for 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
He's in his bag from beyond the mark right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Sensible, no good. The Warriors leading. No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very
Warfare.
confident in all that they're doing right now. And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Ooh, you got to pass him.
Holding
Hey,
it
there you
in
go.
on it. Oh, he pipes it. 9 for 14 and showing no let up. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
I think the other thing they're doing is they're wearing out the opponent in transition, exploding up the floor for easy
Yeah,
chances.
see. Huh.
Finished off by Hayes.
Oh my! That's why we had
Dude, he risks pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding positions for our players and officials.
And the Warriors making a change here. Melton's checked in. Bailey's checked in for Utah. So he hits 1 of 2 from the strike. Of course, I'm going to give you 3 names here. John Stockton, Karl Malone, Pete Maravich. Which one is the greatest player to ever wear a Jazz uniform?
I'm not going greatest player today. I'm going greatest tandem in the history of the Utah Jazz. John Stockton and Karl Malone pick and roll play were poetry in motion.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Markkanen's checked in for Utah. Shoots from 12. No. He's now 4 for 8 shooting. The Warriors lead by 3. Here's Moody. Yep, count it. Moody's got 7. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Bailey. Here's Peterson. Here's Bailey. Fires the 3. Good. That just fit bucket in 9 attempts.
Such a reliable threat from range. You think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Golden State has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Pass to Moody. Horford for 3. Rebounded by the Jazz. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds now. Now Markkanen. Horford covering. And that one's good. Markkanen.
How about that? Markkanen able to take the contact and play through it. Big time finish.
Here's Melton. Oh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head head to the line to shoot there. These are his first free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Utah has gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Here's Nurkic. The Warriors pull it in.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Santos can't get it to go. Utah trailing here. Pass to Nurkic. Markkanen looking it over. The three, Collier. Action off the mark. The Warriors have gone 5 of 10 in the second quarter. Shots blocked. Here's Bailey. Markkanen outside. Oh, the soft touch from Markkanen, the 7-footer.
Well, this has always been Lauri Markkanen's calling card, right? A 7-footer who can space the floor with that three-point shooting ability.
Pass to Santos. Let's go with a three. Rebounded by Nurkic. Nurkic just got 6 rebounds here tonight. Ooh, poked away. In transition, here come the Warriors. Well, it's certainly been a roller coaster ride.
You do me one, I'll do you one better. It feels like we have a lead change every few possessions.
Here's Peterson. That shot, no good. Nice D from Moody. Pass to Horford from deep three-point land. Rebound, Utah. Peterson's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Collier. Throws it up high. Here's Bailey. Utah with another miss. The Warriors have gone 6 of 14 in the second quarter. Pass to Santos. Buries it from 3. And now it's a 4-point Warrior lead.
I like that decision right there. Don't try to force a shot inside. Kick it out.
Here's Peterson. And he takes it on the layup. Peterson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
It's not just the decision making, it's the ability to put the pass where it needs to be when it needs to be there. Mr. Markkanen, well done, sir.
Drills it from deep.
Even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
And so, Bill Hardy calls for the timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. He's checked in for Utah. Jazz trail by 5. To the inside. Here's Nurkic. Gets it to go. His second make in 6 tries.
Yeah, in the paint, Nurkic can be a monster. He's got all the physical gifts he needs to dominate.
And Doris at 7 feet tall and almost 300 pounds. Yusuf Nurkic often is the biggest human on the court.
BA, we might as well refer to him as the immovable object. This guy has slimmed down. He's in incredible shape. But Nurkic is an old school big, and he is a force to be reckoned with around the rim. Not just because of that size and strength, but because of his skill as a passer and the finish.
Now here's Majewski. Here's Santos. Sings it home from three-point land. Santos has got 6 here in the quarter.
A defensive breakdown. Can't afford to leave him open for range.
Pass to Markkanen. Trying to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Majewski. Off target from 3-point range. Jazz trail by 6. Here's Collier. Defended by Majewski.
Nice man.
Nurkic throws it down.
Oh, the big man, Nurkic, from super close range.
And here's Butler outside. Rebounded by Bailey. The Jazz shooting it at 52%. And there's a 3-second violation. Second 30. He's checked in for the Warriors. The Warriors lead by 4. Here's Butler. Oh, Butler, what a go!
If you get into Butler that kind of space, he will get above the rim and let you hear about it.
Pass to Bailey. It's Markkanen on the wing. George outside for three. Connect from downtown. George has got 8. The Warriors shooting about 48% so far in the second. Outside for Green. Now Curry. The three is up. That one's good from Green. And the assist by Curry. He's got 7.
Wow, we're accustomed to seeing Draymond Green make the pass, but how about that catch and shoot delivery? Nice.
Markkanen outside. Back to George. 1:57 left to play in the first half. 5 to shoot. Shoots from the elbow. And it's Utah scoring again.
Wow, Keontae George flashing those handles. Nasty stuff. Oh, not the defensive effort they need to get to the lead.
Good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
It's just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Utah shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line of this game. The first one falls. And that's good as he hits both shots. The Warriors lead by 4. Oh, George with a steal. And Porzingis with the block.
Porzingis 7-3 says not here and not now.
The 3 from Curry. A rebound by the Jazz. Jackson's got 4 rebounds now. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Utah shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game. That one drops. He ties it up. The Warriors shooting around 53%, a nice number. Here's Curry. Yeah, he banks in the layup. Curry's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Stephen Curry a little bit undersized, but he is so slippery once he's in the paint.
Pass to Peterson. Back to Jackson. To the paint. Here's Markkanen. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Kristaps Porzingis makes one. What roast flower Markkanen yours? 2023 Most Improved Player Award winner.
Yeah, you think about it, Markkanen entered the league at just 20 years of age. You forget how young these guys are sometimes. Markkanen finds a great situation where he's a feature part of an offense, and then he makes an all-star team. Well, don't underestimate Curry because of his size. This guy does a great job absorbing contact and still finishing.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Peterson, no good. The Warriors leading. Curry with it. He's got 26. Good job at the low post. Curry's got 28.
Boy, the consistency he's had tonight's been impressive. Really steady from the field.
Oh, it would have counted had he fallen, but it is off the line. Stephen Curry getting it done for the Warriors. Oh, what a quarter. He was absolutely on fire offensively. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
Well, if he's hitting threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy, ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
Curry and Paz make up the backcourt. Kristaps Porzingis out there with Green, and it's Butler in at small forward. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
I'll tell you, it is a thing of beauty watching Steph Curry shoot jumpers. It's unbelievable feel and touch.
Coming out of the floor, your Warriors. Market it, pass to Bailey. Wow, here's Peterson. Pass to Bailey. And the foul called on Brandon Kuczynski. That's foul number 2 for him. And Utah has possession. 7-point differential. Kicks it out to Jackson. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Jackson's got 16 points now.
You have to account for Jackson Jr. in the corner. I mean, he's an excellent three-point shooter.
And here's Green from the arc. Rebounded by Bailey. Bailey's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to George. Marking it outside. This is a 3.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Jazz trail by 4. Here's Bailey. Marking it outside. Here's Peterson. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Peterson's got 20 points.
Well, it doesn't get much easier than that. Even a decent shooter is going to make that with no pressure.
Let's go now to the sideline to catch up with Allie LaForce.
He's such an all-around player. He said, I don't need to be a 40-point scorer. My role is to impact winning. I just control what I can control in the end. Play the right way, stay aggressive, and do whatever it takes to get my team to win. And Brian, he is good at his job.
Well, playoff Jimmy is a real thing, whether he'll admit it or not. Now here's Butler. 16 points for him.
And clearly not enough defensive presence there.
Well, he just took advantage and a ferocious jam.
You know, but at this level, almost any guy can throw it down for you and leave it wide open.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it. Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Bailey, the pass to Markkanen. Here's Peterson. The Jazz again can't hit. The Warriors lead by 6. From outside the arc, Curry buries the triple.
And that's just nasty things there, guys. He has a tremendous crossover.
George passes to Jackson. And they get it. George, and that's good. George has got 15 points.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And the Warriors making a change here. Porzingis has checked in.
If you're looking for ways to help your team, that's last on the list.
Funny thing is, if that doesn't get you benched, I have no idea what would.
Now here's Markkanen. 12 points for him. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Peterson. The three-pointer off the mark. The Warriors have gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. Chance at a three-point opportunity here. One free throw coming up. Well, Doris, watch Kristaps Porzingis at the defensive end. He changes a lot of shots.
There is no doubt, B.A. At 7'2", it isn't just simply about sending shots back. It's about changing the trajectory. But I think as importantly, guys don't want to go in the lane because of his presence.
Here's Peterson. 20 points for him. Markkanen from long range. Here's Jackson. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. He's got 18.
Just a by Jackson. Clearing the glass and hustling the
Shot is good by Curry.
and I love it. Challenging the bigger defender and showing plenty of heart.
It is not an easy task trying to convert against length. Give him credit for taking on that challenge.
Here's Curry. He's got 38. Pass to Podziemski. Outside. Green. Utah grabs the miss. Here's Peterson. He's got 22. Here's George. Marking it outside. They set a pick. Takes a three. Rebounded by Green. Green's got his fourth rebound in this one. The three. And it's Stephen Curry with the three. Curry's got 41.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
He buries it from three.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
I wouldn't say Butler seeks contact, but he sure doesn't turn it down.
Marking it outside. Pass to Peterson. Fires the three. And again, it's Utah with a three.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And so it's George with it. He brings it up for Utah.
To become a strong facilitator.
In the third quarter, 8-6. Markkanen with the stuff.
I'll tell you what.
George finds Markkanen. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. Markkanen's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, nice job to capitalize right there. In an instance, what also got to do is catch and shoot.
He picks the exact right moment to get himself a clear line to the basket.
Now here's George. He's got 15. Pass to Markkanen. For the tie. Another three for Utah.
And you know, his team wants Jackson Jr. to keep taking these threes, knowing it'll help open up this offense even more.
Here's Curry. They can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Markkanen. To the middle. For the lead. Jackson. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Jackson's got 27.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Nails it from three.
Right, the supreme confidence from Steph Curry to attempt that shot.
Foul,
It
it's foul.
never the sky's range.
Utah making a switch here. Sensaball's checked in. Butler against Markkanen. Here's Sensaball. Golden State has gone 4 of 9 from beyond the arc since the break. Pass to Santos. Moody from outside. It's hauled in by Sensaball.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that open.
Now here's George. Defended by Podziemski. There's Jackson with the three. It's rebounded by Golden State. They've led by as much as 10. Moody from outside. Oh, Moody deadly from there.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Pass to Peterson. Back to George. Inside. And he takes the feet in stride and slams it home.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Melton, he's checked in for Podziemski. Nurkic is checked in for Utah. Hayes comes in for Markkanen. Utah trailing here. Pass to Peterson. A minute 42 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Now Hayes, clock at 4. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. And out of bounds, the Warriors will take it. Horford checked in for Jimmy Butler. Warriors, number 20. A minute 29 left to play in the third. And for the Warriors, they're shooting around 52% since the start of the third. Moody from outside. Coming through again, shooting 5 for 7 now.
The defense really fell apart there. They can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Pass to Nurkic.
And look at Nurkic using his physique on offense, taking a shot and drawing a good foul.
is shooting the long-range jumpers. The defense has been having trouble closing out to them in this game in particular.
And the Jazz with possession here. Following the score by Golden State. Peterson, no good. 2-for-1 opportunity if they can time it right.
A great way to end the quarter.
Oh, serious gut check point from Moody.
Oh, great possession there. Anytime you end up at the rim with a high percentage look, perfect.
George passes to Nurkic. Here's Sensabaugh. George outside. Shot clock at 6. Puts it up. The Jazz again can't hit.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
Here's Melton. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
There's no debate there. He got hammered.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight. And Melton drops them both. Just 4 seconds left in the third quarter here. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Jazz trailing 9. And Utah looking at who they've got to start the fourth. They've got Collier, Lauri Markkanen out there with Jusuf Nurkic. And it's Bailey in at the small forward position. Here's Bailey. And there it is for him.
And you can feel the temperature rising in this arena. Both teams pouring it on offensively.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
Now here's Moody. Santos can't get it to go. Here's Sensabaugh. It's tipped. He's fighting it. Ooh, rejected by Horford.
Well, this guy is a consistent shot blocker threat. Out Horford twice on the pipes.
Off
Oh,
target from
you
the
gonna see
baseline.
that? Shit.
Pass to Collier. Down low. Markkanen. Oh, Markkanen good in the paint.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And this is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
First one falls for him. That's perfect from the line this time. Jazz trail by 7. The first minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. Bailey's shot is off. Bailey's gone 3 of 8 shooting from the floor. Out to Horford. Pass to Moody. Jacks up a 3. Utah grabs the miss. Markkanen's got a rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Here's Sensabaugh. Gets the 3 to fall.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
The shake. And the layup is up and in.
Well, this is what makes Steph Curry so difficult to defend, right? A sharp passer on top of everything else he brings in terms of his scoring ability.
Here's Collier. To the inside. Horford with a steal. 3 is up.
Got it. Let's go, Curry.
And this game has his name.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. Pass to Nurkic. Markkanen with it. To the paint. And Nurkic throws it down.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
And Bailey gets it to go.
This is goes to Sensabaugh.
The Warriors lead by 5. Out to the right wing. Santos can't get it to go. For Utah, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the 4th. Pass to Sensabaugh. Markkanen from long range. Counted from distance. Markkanen's got 10 points in just the second half.
Well, we know Markkanen can flat score the basketball. Right now, he's got his rhythm going.
Santos, that's up, and it comes off an assist from Curry. And the Warriors lead by 5.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Here's Santos. That is good by Curry. Curry's got 55.
You know, he's flat fueling their success. Most of the offense has gone through him.
Pass to Markkanen. The 3 is up. Horford pulls it in. The Warriors lead. Fires from deep. Now Moody. Outside Curry. Shoots over Collier. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes. Curry's got 57 points.
But you want to step him off the line. Step him and fish him over to the mid-range jump shot.
Bailey shot is off. Golden State has gone 2 of 6 so far in the 4th. Another shot. Pass to Santos. Just 5 to shoot. Lets a 3 fly. Count it. Now 5 of 11 to the game.
That man is laser focused. That's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
Changes here for the Warriors. Butler comes in for Santos, and Pajemski subbed in for Moody. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Will Hardy was going over with his team. Coach wanted his guys to ignore the scoreboard. He said, don't even look at the numbers. Just take it possession by possession. Make every chance count, and we'll see where we stand at the end of this game. Back to you guys.
Thanks for that, Allie. To the middle. Shot to stop the run. And Nurkic throws it down.
Oh, what a pretty pass. Throw to the open spot. Lead your teammate perfectly.
Outside Curry. Takes the 3. Utah grabs the miss. Nurkic just got rebound number 8 here already in the game. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by George. Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. Here's Curry. 10 points separating these teams. Pass to Pajemski. And again, no good by Golden State. The Jazz have gotten 7 to go out of 13 attempts during the 4th. Here's Nurkic. Here's Sensabaugh. 6 on the shot clock. Jackson with it. George for 3. A miss there. Still shooting 6 for 9 though. Here's Curry for 3.
Yes.
Go!
Let's go.
Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Use him now. He goes.
Jackson the screen. Puts up a 3. Peterson no good.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure. He
He
goes
was
back.
back.
Butler. Butler goes for it inside.
Jimmy Butler attacking and filling the buckets just keep coming.
Pass to Jackson. Over Green. No good off the glass.
Good offense beats good defense? Not always.
But Jimsky shot is good.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Looking to win the run. And no good. The Warriors lead by 17. And he gets the bucket. Butler's got 29 points.
Jimmy Butler playing with aggression right now. Boy, if he touches the paint, he is thinking score.
Pass to Jackson. And stolen by Green.
I see you, baby. Good work.
Deflects the pass. Up top, George. He's covered by Curry. Now Jackson. Three-pointer. Sinks it from distance. Jackson's got 17 points here in the second half.
And that's part of what makes Jackson Jr. so dangerous. He's great inside, but can also shoot from the perimeter.
Butler can't get it to go.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's Peterson. Rebounded by Green. Green's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Pajemski from outside the arc. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Curry's got 7 assists in the game. George passes to Nurkic. Here's Peterson from deep. And Keontae George gets whistled that time. That's his 3rd foul so far. And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. And the Warriors making a switch here. Porzingis has checked in. Markkanen's checked in for Utah. Bailey comes in for Sensabaugh. And now a moment to present the New Balance player of the game, Stephen Curry.
And I'll tell you what, this was one easy pick for sure. From the start, he looked in total control for the entire game. It's incredible to see a player outperforming everyone else on the court.
Hey, these fans love him so much, and when he gets it going, they respond. The crowd's energy fueled his performance.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
George passes to Jackson. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming. Kristaps Porzingis next shot.
Just a little to deal with inside. When Jackson Jr. goes up strong, he puts the defense in difficult situations.
And so Jackson nails both of them.
Boy, really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Yeah, just late help on the defensive side. I mean, just another breakdown for them.
And I'll tell you, you look up at the scoreboard, that's correct. They have a big lead for a reason.
Here's Butler. Rebounded by Bailey. Bailey's got 8 rebounds in the game. And it's Jimmy Butler with a foul. That's his 1st foul of the game. Jazz trail by 15. To the paint. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot. But right now, this guy is cooking.
Curry's shot is off. Utah's gone 3 of 7 from the perimeter during the 4th. Here's Peterson. Rebounded by Green. The Warriors lead by 13. The 3 from Curry.
Let's
On
go.
target from range.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Warriors.
And at first glance, it appeared to be an easy win for them. However, they had to weather some storms along the way, Grant.
Yeah, in terms of competitiveness, it was a lot closer than the final score indicates.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Stephen Curry.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Now here's George. And the dunk by Jackson. Don't do anything silly, just ride out the clock.
Yes, if they take their time and execute, the game is all theirs.
Porzingis passes to Curry from 18 feet away, and he tries it off the glass, but it's no good. And it's Utah with the ball. There's the three. Rebounded by Green. Here's Butler going inside, banked it in off the glass. Butler's got 31 points. And so Golden State takes this one, and by a big margin. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, BA. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them. Simply.
All right, let's go courtside to Allie LaForce with our player of the game. Allie, it's all yours.
Steph, I know it's still early, but how do you evaluate this team and its ability to go the distance?
In terms of communicating about our principles and how we're going to be successful, trying to chase that championship, we're definitely on the same page. Just a matter of staying focused every night, giving the best effort we can, and just enjoying the journey because it's a long year.
Well, you've been there. You know what it takes. Thanks, Steph.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And time now to introduce our player of the game, Stephen Curry.
Another game. Hope you like, subscribe, and enjoy.